Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to what will probably be the conclusion of
If it's not, then something's gone terribly wrong.
GALERIANS. Yeah, well, we'll see what the last boss is like, I guess. I might have to do some of the bosses, well, that last boss again, possibly.
Yeah.
Because there was no save points, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure how far back we are, but I think this whole final section.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just,
Presumably we saved at the beginning of the new section.
Yeah, I think we did. So
yeah,
we'll be
but
fine there.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the whole of it.
See what the boss is like to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's not that bad. I remember the...
I won't be here for 2 hours watching the same fight over and over.
Yeah, the first boss we did in the last stream. Well, not the first boss. First boss in that area. The, like, brother of Rion. I remember that being really hard when I first played it. And then, like, we obviously beat him first try then, so... I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad for the last boss either. Hey yourself,
The last
How
boss
you
I don't
doing?
mind so much because that was the bit that stood out to me in what I already knew of the game.
Yeah.
So like this whole time I've been waiting for that last boss basically. But I do hate repeating things, so hopefully we don't have to try it too many times.
We'll see. But yeah, the last boss has a pretty cool design. So. Alright, let's build it up. Not that one. This one.
And hay as well. I didn't try.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna skip all this crap. Skip all this crap. Seen it before. Alright, load. Must be this one. So news is a little. Yes, I saw some photos today actually. It's pretty exciting news. Hope they're all doing well.
It's the same situation I'm trying to figure out with my cousin where I was like, what is
It's like a
my cousin's kid?
Is it like second cousin?
That's what we were trying to figure out. Is that what a second
or is it
cousin
something
is?
twice removed or whatever the hell that
I think
business
that's
is.
I think
don't know
that's
how
the
that
same
works.
thing, just different wording.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Alright. We're off to the Mushroom Tower again.
It's actually called that, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. You said it like it was a joke, that's why I wasn't sure.
Rion! We'll get shot.
Intruder at Beagle Gate. Intruder at Beagle Gate.
Transfer
Initiate
tornadoes.
Prime 3
Oh, well, that's good.
security level.
It's good they're not just
Oh.
like kicking them out immediately. Because I know there's something where like if it's your first
I think so.
Child,
My
they let
sister
you
had her
stay.
first kid a year and a month ago, and I think she was allowed to stay 3 days because it was her first kid.
yeah.
But if it's not your first kid, I think you stay like a day.
Yeah, something like that.
But the thing is, like, I kind of get it. Like, you don't in smooth pregnancies, you don't need to stay necessarily, and
Yeah.
you might want to be at home. Obviously, if you're having a cesarean or if there's complications, that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Good timing. Seen the videos on like the first cousin's one removed, but still, yeah, I have no idea. Like, I'm like, my cousin's kid. How are they related to me?
It's
I don't
very
know.
confusing.
It's just my cousin's kid. C-section. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of assumed. Hello, Samuel.
How? I don't remember how we got this bit to work last time.
You had to find. Wait, are there colours in the thing you're
There's
in?
colours in here, but not in this room. Somehow we did something and then she teleported
Did you look
up.
at all of them first? Maybe you had to trigger it first by looking at all of them first? Because she accidentally goes, but these lights around it turned on.
Yeah, I don't quite remember how it worked.
Do you know in South Africa
Let's do this.
they
Over here.
Oh, Seymour, how you doing? So you know how like here, and I think most similar places, they like you. I was gonna say you have a natural birth. That's not what I mean because most people have drugs. But you know, like a C-section is like if you need it. It's not a I'm just gonna choose to have a C-section for fun kind of thing. In South Africa, it might be different now, but when my friend had her first... Wait, I thought she had her kids here. Maybe.
How does
okay,
this
it
shooter
might be...
work?
Oh, wait, I'll wait.
There are no switches or anything on it. It's probably the only way to get to the other rooms.
Probably.
Rion!
Lilia. I can't figure it out.
So yeah, I don't think you had to do anything
Ow.
to trigger it.
The
So this was
brightest
probably a
spark
long time ago, because my South African friend was telling me, but I'm pretty sure her oldest is 10, or maybe even 11 now, and I'm pretty sure she had her in New Zealand. So anyway, long time ago, don't know if it's still the case now. The doctors, they just did everyone as a C-section, like they booked in people's C-sections to fit their schedule, basically. Like it was a scheduling thing. That's how she described it.
Why do I... That sounds familiar. Maybe
I think
heard
I told you
from-
that.
Yeah.
Once she told me, I was like, oh my god, guess what she told me.
Dodged.
Um,
Ow.
which isn't like necessarily like the healthiest thing to do, from what I understand.
Yeah. Sounds like they're doing
But
it
it
out
was
of convenience.
no, that's
almost.
exactly what she said it was. It was purely
can't
for the
figure it
doctor's
out.
convenience because it's like male dominated and they don't really care. It's just. Again, I'm just saying this was like her understanding and experience of it as someone who is South African and lived in South Africa. I'm not trying to tar everyone with the same brush who are South African. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting, like that. Just like, you know, so many people. You go to the hospital and you don't know when you're gonna go. You have your bag packed for weeks beforehand, ready to pick up whenever. That you schedule.
Lilia!
The idea of scheduling.
Where are you?
Scheduling your...
I mean, obviously, like my mum's ones were scheduled because she
The
accepted
same
me.
lights as those on that shooter are here. They're probably our key to the other rooms.
Probably.
Let me try it.
You know, my two other siblings would have been scheduled because they knew beforehand it had to be a cesarean. So that's fine.
I wasn't even looking at this.
Oh wait, look at the wait. We need to know the colours. So yellow, green, blue, pink, and red. Because remember, some of them didn't have.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Good thinking.
I mean, not that I'm going to remember, but.
Okay. Yep, we can do this one.
Cool.
Yellow, green, blue, pink, red.
I think it's literally in a circle on this first one.
Yeah, it was the first time. I guess it's the same. Yeah.
Yes, when we were looking at it, I was like, I feel like that's the exact same thing I just said.
Cool, we don't need to see that crap. We don't need to see that tower moving around. Alright, I just want to see what items there are first.
I thought you did all that while I was talking.
I did some of them. I don't
Different
really...
on-
Do I want this? I guess I'll take it.
I can't remember what that is.
It's like another power like red or Nalcon.
Oh, but it's the one you didn't use. Isn't it?
But yeah, we haven't really used it. It's probably good. Maybe I should use it. Well, our AP's okay at the moment. Weird ticking noise.
I didn't hear that.
Was
Oh, it
there
might
for a
be the
second.
remnants of the music.
Yeah, it was the music, I think. Oh no! Oh, that's right. We had to fight these guys. That's right. I think this is where we shorted, and then I killed them, and then there was no stuff for like ever.
No health stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why it took so bloody
Yeah.
long last time.
Well, this is gonna take a bit longer then.
Wow.
And once you've finished with the Nalcon, you could try the DFL and test it out.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Well. Alright. What the
Do
fuck?
anything?
Didn't do
Was this
anything.
the one where it was like, I thought it was telepathy, not telepathy, telekinesis or something.
So do it. Jack shit.
But if it's telekinesis or something, then it wouldn't work on them.
Maybe.
Phones.
Holy crap, I'm muted now.
It's
Oh,
kind of weird,
God.
like, because
What the
it's
fuck?
got a different. If that's right, if I'm remembering correctly,
Oh, Jesus.
Um, then it's a different function from the other two. So that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah. I think that's maybe why I never used it, because it's just weird. Ugh.
I'm just gonna quickly look it up. This will- Hello, anymore.
Oh
This is
no!
called Galerians.
Just getting another bloody attack, but that didn't work well. This guys take so bloody long. It's a very slow fight.
So, the way it's described, basically telekinesis in a million words. But then it says it is useful for stunning and damaging groups of enemies that get too close.
Oh, maybe it's short range or something. Comments on South Africa reminded me of there's what the
No, I can read it. If you're fighting, I can read it in a second.
I thought you were trying to respell a word there. I was like, what is that word? It's-
It does say some bosses in the first game can be levitated with defal on, but while it's
Stop it.
active, Rion is protected by some attacks.
God, don't die, please. Okay, we might be in trouble because we don't got much healing.
Okay, yeah, still doesn't sound that good. Fun fact that your comments on South Africa reminded me of, there is part of Africa. Oh, still waiting for the end of that.
Lilia, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Let's go to the next floor.
Okay.
Teal, pink, red, green, yellow.
There's part of Africa that has a tradition of regular and successful C-sections that date back to the 18th century. Oh, maybe it's South Africa.
Hey, we can save here. But I don't know if this is a good place to
That
save.
is really interesting. Like 1700s. I mean,
18th
successful.
century. Yeah. I feel like successful
Regularly.
wouldn't be a thing.
Like successful ones regularly.
That much back then.
Regularly.
Okay. Now we got to do the slow walking bit.
Oh, yeah. I was reading that detail on when that first happened, so I forgot that. Yeah,
Fun. Oh wait, we got to go through here. No. Yes.
it's not lit up.
There was one over there that was lit up. I think we can do this one. Pink, teal,
Oh,
green,
we moved
red.
up already.
Yeah.
Right.
Pink, teal, red, green, blue.
Oh, yeah.
So the program that Mother fears is hidden behind that pretty face of yours.
Who are you?
Does it really matter? You were gonna die anyway.
Oh, my head aches. Who's sending out that powerful telepathic force?
It hurts, does it? It'll end soon. The moment of death feels so good.
You're not real. You're just a psycho illusion. And if I just close my mind, you'll disappear. I feel the presence of Galerians in this tower, and they're very powerful.
Oh no.
Oh, now you gotta remember the rest of the sequence.
Red, green, blue, I think it was.
Okay. Great Lakes and 1800s. I mean, yeah, still old.
No,
There are
it's
ones
not.
recorded in BC times, but not turning out well at that time. All the time. Yeah, I mean, what was I thinking when I read that before?
Green.
If there was trepanning back in the day, I can fully believe there was C-sections back in the day. Bit less anesthetic.
Yeah, slightly less.
Bit less sterilization, probably. I think, like,
Was there any sterilization at that point?
well,
Because when was germ theory? That was like...
yeah, but the thing is, people didn't have
Pretty
to
late.
understand bacteria and whatnot. You know, people, it's like with painkillers as well, like, or hallucinogenic things. They don't always
Shit.
didn't have to know how it worked in our Western scientific terms. It's, you know, sometimes they know that if we use this, people don't die, or like this. I'm accidentally making this sound patronizing, but what I'm trying to say is that lots of, you know, what people might call primitive or ancient cultures had a lot of knowledge. They didn't have the scientific terms we have to explain it, but they could still explain it, and it worked. I'm not saying that they all had sterilization, because my point just before was that they probably didn't. Like, I'm assuming a lot of the deaths would have been from infection rather than
Yeah, but they
cutting
definitely
into
were.
someone.
I
Yeah,
remember that being a thing.
yeah. But I also think there may have been, you know, some sterilization stuff.
I mean, it's like, do you watch? I don't think you watched the thing with me on the plague doctors.
No, what's that?
I was watching it the other night in bed, but I
Oh.
was talking about
I would
how
have been asleep.
you're awake for the start of it, but I don't think you watched it.
I was probably going to sleep.
But that was talking about how the main reason it spread so much is because they didn't realize that like
Oh, yeah,
disease
for
and that
sure.
can spread on your clothing and stuff, and
That happened
from
with,
human to human. So they didn't realize. So basically, the plague doctors actually spread more of the virus than
we
cured it.
watched the drunk history of what's her face, famous nurse woman.
I was going to say Joan of Arc, but that's not.
Nightingale?
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale,
Yeah,
there we
so-
go. Yeah, remember that was in that as well?
Yeah.
Like, basically, she, everyone was dying, and she walked in like, hey, we need to clean people.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously, I really simplified that, but...
Okay, yellow, green. Yellow, green.
That's right. Activate the shooter.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, we'll love my tiger light. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat, we'll
We
love
can't
my
do that
tiger
one.
feet. I hate that song.
Yellow. I think we want one without pink. Okay, we need some healing. Good.
Yay. Oh wait, that doesn't stop it.
No, this keeps us alive because we're slowly dying. As we slowly walk around the room. Fun fact about this game is if you do a second playthrough of this, you can run while you're in this mode. It's almost like, I don't say it's a
life-changing.
New Game Plus, but I think there's slightly different stuff in the second playthrough that almost alludes more to the story.
Really?
From memory, I remember it.
I really
Something
don't
like
want to play it again, but
Yeah.
I'm here for the story, that's what I'm here for.
Teal, yellow, blue, pink, green. I
Did
don't
you say
think
we
can
need
do
one
this
without pink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rion!
Rion! She says it differently.
Yeah, she said Rion
Rion.
before.
Not so much to that extent. I just remember, like, when you finish it, the ending of this game kind of it kind of ties into playing it again in a way.
I remember doing this before.
And then, yeah, you have like slightly different abilities, and I can't remember if I feel like there's slight differences through the playthrough, but like not so much as it being like completely different.
Like you're a clone.
We'll have to
Maybe.
see what happens.
But we're not going to play it again. But
No, I mean at the end of this.
yeah.
Blue, red, yellow, teal, green. Yellow, teal, green.
Oh. I was going to say,
So we
no,
have
it's
to sit
red.
through this.
Reinhardt, how's this possible? I saw you die.
They're gonna make me take even stronger medicine. It's your fault. It's all your fault.
No. Don't play games with me. You're trying to trick me. Reinhardt's dead. This is just an illusion. A psycho illusion to try to confuse me and throw me off course. I know what I'll do. I'll scan to find out who's behind this.
Don't come any closer to Mother.
I like how he makes the anime
Stay
noise when he
away.
scans. It's like he's in Dragon Ball Z or something.
Was that me? How could that be possible?
Was that me with hair gel?
I just heard someone meowing from another room. Oh, there he is.
got
Just
a
ran
toy.
in. Yeah, he's got the blue toy.
You got a toy, sir. It's not time for toys, bud.
Oh, he's lying on top of the stick. I was going to pick it up so he could cuddle it. Yeah, the cameo.
Alright, where are we? Oh, we're going up. Sorry. We're going up.
Was it one of these bids that had it?
That's only on the very last level that there's some. Yeah. I think he pretty much almost is in every stream.
He's sitting directly behind my chair, so hopefully you won't forget when you get up.
Bling! Okay, we're gonna go this way.
Oh yeah, I remember grabbing it from here now.
No, it's on the next one.
Oh. What?
It's on the one with the walls that you were like, oh, I didn't notice that. It's like creature things and animals. Red, blue, green, yellow, pink. It's not green, but close enough.
Activate the shooter.
Okay.
I wonder if they're the same every time. I feel like they are.
Yeah, I think so.
Red,
First one was.
blue, teal, yellow. Now we can do this one. Beautiful.
Rita? So after Reinhardt comes you? You can't fool me anymore. I know you too are only a psycho illusion.
Kamehameha.
Rion, wait! Don't go any further. You'll be killed.
You're not real, and I'm not gonna listen to you.
Rion, Mother is very frightening. She will surely kill you too.
Goodbye, Rita.
Did you use the tap when I was in the shower?
Possibly.
'Cause it went suddenly cold at
I
one
can't
point,
remember.
and I was very unhappy with you.
Oh.
And I was meant to ask you when I got out, but when I walked out, you were standing there holding Seymour.
It's my distraction.
Surprised.
I might have. I can't remember.
You were in
No.
the kitchen.
I think I filled the jug after you'd stopped when I heard the shower turn off, so. Pretty sure.
Didn't rinse the dishes.
No, I don't have any dishes to rinse.
Oh yeah, that's right. I bought takeaway stuff.
Okay.
Lilia.
Lilia.
Rion, now is our only chance to reach the hands of God.
I swear she
No, I
didn't
wanted to
say
save the game.
Rion originally.
She didn't. She's only just started saying it in this tower. For some reason. I need to find my headache medication. It's not in that one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like this room.
Oh, this takes a long time.
Kind of reminds me of Clive Barker kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yes. That's all we want. Now we only have one left, though.
Oop. Whoops. Oh shit. Oh god.
What have you done?
I accidentally pulled the mic down, and then I tried to put it back up, and then it made it worse.
You're just taking over for Seymour.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some holy shit, there's heaps of recovery
Oh,
stuff.
because you're about to meet a boss.
Oh no! We can use one of these. No, we don't have any.
How
Yes,
much
we do.
skip do you have?
Yeah, I guess we could use the skip.
Maybe
I
save
have,
it
like,
for
2
the
skips.
final boss.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we actually looked at these.
Serious family, Reinhardt. RX chromosome abnormal. I think you have to look at these.
I think you're right.
Or
I
at least
just
the
forgot.
last one you have to look at.
I wonder
Serious family, Rita.
if it always if it just shows them in this order no matter what ones you look at, so that Rion's always last.
Possibly. Procyon family, Birdman.
Are there copies of them in there now, or are you looking at the past?
Well, that's the empty one.
Oh,
that we're
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at.
Right.
You said this exact same thing last time.
Did I?
Yep. Kane. It's the here Galerion. It's Punk Rion. Pegasus family unknown.
This is the only one without a name. That's you, Rion. Who are you? I'm Kane. Quite a resemblance, don't you think? I mean, we're brothers after all. So it should be no surprise to you that we look exactly like each other. What the hell is going on? Heh, you're not as bright as I thought you were. You're my kid brother. You're not the real Rion. The real Rion died at Michelangelo Hospital a long time ago. How's your memory now? Is it still holding up for you, or are you shorting out? You lie! You know what? You and I were born here together. Isn't that sweet? Mother created us. Rion's memory.
I feel like they might be different voice
including
actors,
the
to be
virus
I was
honest.
just
program,
thinking that.
were implanted in your mind, and your appearance was altered to look just like him. Then you were sent out to find Lilia.
Heh. He's just the anime
Did you
laugh.
really think you escaped
This
from
is
the
such an
hospital's
anime game.
isolation ward all by yourself? No, it can't be. I know without a doubt I am Rion. If so, then why do you have the same powers as us? So you never thought about that, did you? Who are your real mother and father? You'll probably say you have lots of childhood memories, but do you really think they're real? The fact is, you're a Galerian, just like the rest of us. Rita, Reinhardt, Birdman, and you'll suffer the same fate. You're one of Berkeley's children.
He's lying, Rion. They are just trying to trick you all over again.
The truth of the matter is, I really wanted to go get Lilia, but Mother chose you instead. That really hurt. Still, Mother always has her reasons. You were born to find Lilia, and I was born to kill you. We live only to serve Mother. We must obey Mother's family program.
He's angry.
Now it's your turn to die.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly look it up because I want to know if it's same or different voice actor.
I feel like it's probably a different voice actor.
Yeah, now I
I
think
don't
that.
know. We'll sit through all this again.
Oh.
You killed Dr. Lamb. You killed Birdman. You killed Reinhardt. You killed Rita. Who's next? It's gonna be you, my friend. Do you know? Are we really the same? New Kong vs. Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I think isn't that New Zealand kid who's in things?
Oh, really?
Who was in Deadpool? I think I just saw something about him being in it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna
Random.
watch that.
I feel like those movies are more like satire, aren't they? Those like whatever versus whatever.
Not satire.
Not so much the like original
There's
Japanese ones aren't, but like
the Japanese ones. There's a million whoever versus whoever.
No. I'm saying the Japanese ones aren't satire, whereas I feel like the American adaptations of that kind of style tend to be more tongue-in-cheek.
That's not what satire is.
Well, you know what I mean. Maybe satire's not the best word for it. Okay, what am I doing here?
No,
Ow.
same voice actor according to IMDb, which could be wrong, of course.
How many skips have we got? I might just use... I've already got one. I'll use a skip, actually.
Yeah, I'm not really into those.
Ow! These bloody walls.
It's over.
Oh, go away, sir. Oh my god, the walls are so annoying. Ow. getting murdered.
There is a word for what you were trying to describe. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Oh, Jesus, hello, Seymour.
Oh no, this is not the time. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. Oh my god, these fucking walls, I tell you. You're getting stuck.
Hammer Horror? I mean, Hammer is a studio.
I don't know if I've ever heard that too.
No. Hammer, it was a studio
Hammer Hardware.
who did the,
Oh my
like,
God, what the hell?
original, well, not necessarily the first, but like the original classic Dracula, Mummy, Werewolf. I don't think that's what I was going for. I want to say slapstick, but it's not slapstick either.
Slapstick.
Yeah, I know that's not the word. I'm just trying to jog my memory.
Okay, it's going a lot worse than last time. Just keep getting stuck on the walls. Oh, now I've got no stuff left. We could try this. How? Okay, no, we won't. We did.
Kind of like corny. That's not the word still that I'm looking for, but... Oh, hello, Seamal, sorry.
Oh no, we have to watch this whole fucking thing again now. Ooh. This area is such a pain because, like, they've designed it so it just looks like a infinite void, but there is actually boundaries to it, but you can't see them. So, like, you're trying to circle around to avoid attacks, and then you just end up hitting an invisible wall, and then you get stuck, and then you get hit, and then you die.
Campy? Camp isn't the word I was going for, but that's probably pretty
I feel like
close.
that's another word.
Yeah, I think there is as well.
We are both Galerians.
Campy monster kind of horror I'm not super into.
Okay, we're gonna try our other power. This power's shit. I'm not using that ever again. Won't do anything. Good to run around here. Rion, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not really...
Yeah, that is the style, but I think we're talking more about, like,
A more
movies
overarching
that are,
genre.
movies that are done not so much as a comedy, but almost as, like,
They're just kind of like cheesy,
having
campy,
fun
blah blah blah.
with a genre trope. So, like, what's the
I
movie?
don't know if
Scream?
that's how I'd-
Scream, you could kind of class as that.
Well, I love Scream.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying Scream's done in a way where it kind of...
Well, Scream is kind of satire, but that's not what I think of when I think Godzilla and those kind of movies. I'm literally looking at a list of horror genres trying to see if any of them... Okay, fucking none of those. I'm just gonna go with campy. I don't like camp. Is that true? I wouldn't even consider Godzilla horror. I'd consider it like action. But that's without. I don't think
Yeah,
I've
it's not
ever
really
seen a
horror.
Godzilla movie.
I don't really think the original like Japanese versions are technically horror either.
Yeah, they're more action movies, right?
Maybe action, I guess. Probably the closest you could categorize it as. Like
Scream was
Japanese horror is like, actually scary.
Yeah, exactly. Scream also just works
Oh
even
my
playing
God,
it straight,
stop.
even the first season of Netflix really did. I don't know, I haven't seen the Netflix. I've seen like the first Scream. I've only seen the first Scream movie, I think. No, and then I think I randomly saw the fifth one when I was a kid. To be honest, I saw that before the first one, and I can't remember it. Going back to Godzilla, for the first one is supposed to be horror, like at the time it took place and it was. Right.
Yeah.
But I guess I also, like, I'm not necessarily drawn to monstery kind of horror.
Oh my god. I swear these boundaries are smaller than they were last time.
Like, I like creepy Japanese stuff, but I'm not
Like,
super
where is
into
the fucking area?
anime and those monstery things, like, which could be considered, say, camp.
Don't die, sir.
How did you do this the first time?
I don't know. I'm getting stuck on the edges like way more now. I don't know why.
Maybe you did use step last time.
I didn't. Oh my god, the edges. The edges are the real boss here. Like, look, there's fucking edges everywhere. Oh god, okay. We'll kind of I think that, like... I think the arena is tied to where he is, because
Yeah,
I
it
seem to get
definitely
stuck,
seemed to move.
and then when he moves, I tend to get unstuck. So that's kind of dumb.
Well, I think it forces you to be close to him.
Yeah, but it's just like, you have to be further away to dodge some of the attacks. So it's just really poorly designed. I'm gonna have like no fucking healing items there.
It was really heavily drawing on imagery of the nukes and of an accident.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say
yeah.
something about that because I
That
had
I have
heard
heard
that.
that, and like I wouldn't have remembered that off the top of my head, but now that you've said it, yeah. Of an accident that killed Japanese fishing crew like a year earlier of radiation poisoning, basically to the sphere of nuclear power and bombs, was also just after the US dropped restrictions on media and couldn't talk about the bombs. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like I have heard that before.
Seymour, please, sir.
Welcome back.
Good morning.
Ran out of stuff. Hey, Born, welcome back. Getting murdered. Our evil twin brother. Ow.
How are you?
Well, that was kind of shit.
Okay, well I'll answer then. I'm good.
Oh, I'm good, thanks, Born.
I read it
Sorry.
to you.
Did you? Sorry. I was raging at this game.
I just cannot beat you. Kane.
Kane.
So what'll you do now? Kill Mother? That's not something I could ever even consider doing. Mother has always scolded me, saying that children must not think for themselves.
His mother sounds like a bitch.
Goodbye, Rian.
Rian.
The real Rian is dead, isn't he? So who am I?
I don't believe it. You are Rian. Remember how we used to play together?
I don't even know if those memories are real. What if I am a Galerian? Let's go, Lilia. Let's go and see Dorothy. I know what to do now.
Those
I
sentences
want to
seemed
see
really
monsters.
Yeah, they did actually.
Last time we pointed out the Cain and Abel thing.
Yes, we did. We did. We have like no healing stuff. This is a problem. I have one healing thing. I'm gonna have to use it like now. I might have to redo.
Oh, pinched nerve in the shoulder. That sucks.
Oh man, it does not sound pleasant. Shit. Okay.
And there's nowhere to save, because this is where I wanted to save
this
last
was
time.
the
I was like, cool,
problem.
we did a boss battle. Like, I want to go save and go to bed. And then we...
And the thing
Couldn't.
is, like, I can't retry that boss without reloading and doing everything again. Like, retry to have more healing items left over.
Yeah.
What happens if we scan this one now?
Oh, God. Seymour, what are you...
Seymour,
You
what are you
trying to hurt
doing?
yourself?
You're gonna get strangled, sir. Stop.
Oh, God, well, now my headphones are
Okay,
underneath
so
me.
if we scan this one, it does show Rion if you scan this one. Alright, well we're just gonna
Getting
have
old,
to
yeah. Know that
hope
feeling.
for the best here. But it's not gonna go well. I wonder if we don't heal.
And die.
Yeah.
And retry if we get given healing items.
Yeah. Well, not healing items, just we'll restore our health to full. Because we're on pretty much no health at the moment.
Silence! Welcome home.
Do you think we have to redo it anyway?
I won't be able to do it in the first try, I'm pretty sure.
I see you have found Pascal's
Can we skip these? Because I'm just wondering if we have to do it
Good
again.
work.
I skip it next time.
That
I want to skip it now and then we
virus
beat the boss and not get to
program
watch it.
in her mind was the only thing that ever threatened me. But now that we have her, nothing can stop me. I command you to kill her now.
Now.
Why do you hesitate? Kill her.
Do you really think your power is so great that you can make me kill Lilia?
What's this? How dare you defy me?
It's not defiance, just the truth. I can't.
Rion, you must not be deceived by your memory. It is not your own. I loaded it into your brain from the real Rion. You are a Galerian. I made you. I am your god and creator.
I don't know what to believe.
Now be a good boy and listen to your mother.
Don't do it, Rion, don't do it.
Even if I'm not the real Rion, even if you did give birth to me, even if you did create me, I'm not your slave. Let's get this over with.
What are you going to do?
Lilia,
Whisper secrets.
ready?
There's no need to do this. Stop.
Ready.
You are my greatest failure. I never should have created you. I never should have raised you. I command you to die! Death shall be your only salvation!
Dorothy, please stop!
Dorothy, no!
I think last time I said that it was like Total Recall, which I think I was merging two things together. The reason I thought that is because of he doesn't remember anything, and then he let's just simplify it, being a good guy, and then finds out that before he wiped his own memory, he was actually a bad guy, but then he chooses to be a good guy anyway. And I think Rion being like, doesn't matter if I'm Galerian, I'm going to choose to do this, was reminding me of that. But the original Total Recall is Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? I'm not like mixing up random things. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger is also in a film that I want to say is called Sixth Day, or is that something totally different?
Sixth Day.
Yes,
Possibly
that's the one I'm thinking of, where he's a clone. So I think I was mixing both together. But I only said Total Recall last time.
It's reminding you of...
And it's a clone who thinks he's the original and finds out he's a clone later. Spoiler alert.
That's right. It's reminding you of Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
I have not seen that either. I just know quotes from it.
It's based on a book, but he's in the original.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Do we
sorry.
get healed?
I just went through a few topics.
No, we don't get healed. Okay, well, this is an issue. I'm gonna have to do some, like, pro strats here.
Because I'm pretty sure in the remake of the
These are not
movie
pro
of
strats.
Total Recall, he's like being a good guy who doesn't remember anything, and then he's just still a good guy. Like, I think they changed that whole part.
Only seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
I've seen both, but I don't remember the more recent one quite as well. But I have a feeling they completely changed that part of the story. Where it didn't turn out he wasn't a bad guy either. I was like, what? But maybe I'm misremembering that.
Oh, shit. You're dead. Game over. Okay. I do have one heal. I should probably use that.
Seymour will be happily sleeping on both my hands, and then if I move one hand or one arm slightly, he's just looking up at me like, pet me.
That wasn't cool. Stop.
Well, music seems pretty subdued.
Guess so.
Maybe it's just quiet.
It's supposed to be spooky. Ow. Kill the eyeballs. Oh god, please don't walk forward. Rion, please. Don't be silly. So many things happening. Oh. Don't you shoot me with that. Huh?
Such a cool design.
No, Rion. You must live. Ow. No. Jesus. Shit. These tank controls do not help this combat. I'll tell you right now.
Okay, so...
Ah!
Oh, there's still more eyeballs?
Got no more bloody, red. Okay. Stop getting stuck to the walls, please. It's very unhelpful. Oh god, Rion. Rion!
So let's see what happens when you have no healing.
I already died, so we know that. Oh, I see what you mean. It just puts you back where you were, so we'll have the healing, but we'll still be at low health.
Right.
It's cool. We just need to, like, not getting lightninged. That would be a good start.
Are you meant to hit the eyes or try and hit her between the eyes?
You can
Must be
only
the
hit the
eyes,
eyes.
Right, okay.
So. No! Stupid eyeball. Okay. We'll take all the drugs.
Did you only have the one skip?
Yep.
Oh, so when you did that, it didn't slingshot at you afterwards.
Yeah. It doesn't if you kill it. So if you've done enough damage, it just falls. Stop. Watch out. Oh. Holy hell. Jesus Christ. No, that's cheating. Oh my god, please let me do an attack. Oh, no, we're out of it. This one takes longer. This is kind of annoying. Oh shit. Nope. Oh, come on. What the hell? What even hit me? Nope. Oh, fuck's sakes. There's so much stuff trying to kill me. Okay, well, I'm gonna die in a second. Oh, come on. Game. If I just had like
So,
one more
what are we gonna
capsule,
do?
I'm just gonna have to keep trying. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to do the entire thing again. All the slow walking,
Ugh. I mean, yeah, obviously.
all the lights.
Obviously, I don't want to watch all that again. But it just doesn't seem like you can do it. It's like you need help.
Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just do this from the start. Don't run up, please, Rion. Come on. It's not a good tactic to dodge. No! So annoying, you can't even like save before like you can't even save before the last boss.
Yeah,
that
I
we
think
did.
that's really like this whole area you have to do in one go.
Well, you can save. We have saved partly through because you can save when you're in that room
But
as
wasn't
Lilia.
that right at the beginning of the area?
No, because we saved like after I'd done like maybe one of those color puzzles. Because you can save in that room as Lilia, but it's the only time you can save. So once you get to that top section, you can't go back and save then. So it's So if you haven't saved, it's too bad. Fuck. Oh god, I'm gonna get lightninged. Holy moly. No, no, no. Where? Fuck, see, this attack is so shit for these ones.
Oh yeah.
Because he, like, does, like, those 3, and it takes ages, and, like, it doesn't stun them, so then they just start coming towards you. Oh.
Okay.
Do we win?
Oh wait. Oh god, I was reading a walkthrough to get tips.
I think we won.
I'm pretty sure she has more than
Lilia,
one
send
form.
me the virus.
Send me the virus.
Rion! Please don't!
You tried to kill me, Mom. What the hell?
I was wrong!
Oh, seeing what you're gonna slide. Be careful.
I will treat you better!
Just gonna do the anime scream.
Ah!
Oh, she's got a claw arm.
Goodbye, mother.
Mother! Send me the virus. Seymour, what are you doing? Disconnecting the headphones.
I promise!
He's going
There
Super
you go.
Saiyan. He's doing a solar flare. He's dead.
She's dead. You who are you thinking?
She's dead.
You killed
You
her.
killed her.
Rion, we've got to get out of here or we'll die too.
No, Lilia, you go.
No.
Just let me die here.
Don't say that.
Lilia. Please just let me die. But I am the real Rion, aren't
Yes, you are the real Rion. There can
Rion.
only be one of you.
You can't even
I
say my
didn't
name
change
right.
so
still.
much.
I? Thank you, Lilia.
You are Rion, so you must come with me. Rion? Rion!
I'm so glad we met.
Rion!
Because she said like Rion. Like she definitely said Rion earlier in the game.
I don't know what happened.
It's not even like slightly doing the O. It's fully Rion, like a different name.
Rion. That's it.
That's
Shinfa
really
Kang.
funny because I fully remembered that incorrectly.
What?
I thought she had like 3 forms.
I don't remember how many forms she had.
Well, she just had 1.
No, I mean, before I went into it, I didn't know how many. Couldn't remember.
But
how
like,
many.
why would I think she had multiple forms? And she literally just had 1.
I don't know. There you go. So was he the real Rion, or was he a clone?
We don't know. I mean, there was an empty pod.
There was. Yes, this is true.
And from what you were saying about when you play again,
We can do a little. I'll show you. We'll do a quick bit at the start.
Just
we won't
to-
actually play through
okay.
anything because I know there's something that happens at the start.
because I can see how it's like you're a clone going through it again, or
Oh,
even though
yeah, it's the same person.
shouldn't be able to go through it again because they're dead. But I guess
Gangster maintenance man. The thing is, like, why would she implant his memories into his head?
you know what would have been smarter?
Because
Implant
his
them.
memories, his
No,
brain has the virus that
The
she's
memory.
scared of.
Well, yeah, the memories are so that he feels compelled to bring Lilia there. That was the whole thing. But yeah, why not implant the memories without that part? Because he didn't know that was in his head, so that wasn't a memory of his.
And the other thing
So
is,
I guess when they say memories, I think they had to clone his brain as is.
but like the other thing is, he has the virus program and she has the key for it, and she's saying she fears the key. She fears the virus program. That's why she wants Lilia dead. But the thing is, if Rion's dead, then the key's useless anyway. So why would she have
Just
brought
don't
him back?
clone
and then-
him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But the thing is,
It's either
even
just an oversight in writing, or it kind of hints that he was the real one.
but no, even if he is the real one, they did clone him. We saw Kane.
Yeah, that's true.
Though I guess Kane didn't have the memories, so presumably didn't. Well, I'm assuming didn't have the memories, and so also didn't have the instructions.
Yeah. Possibly. Maybe we can we skip this? No, we can't. But yeah, I thought it was a cool concept for a game, and a cool
I like it overall.
concept for the story too.
I just think that
Just
some of the boss
bad
battles are a bit
acting,
boring.
and yeah, I mean you can forgive the boss battles and gameplay because of when it was released.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot of games from that era are pretty dated, and you can kind of forgive the like voice acting too because there wasn't as big of a budget for that thing back then.
I mean,
Yeah,
when I
that's quite
say when I critique something and say something's bad, like that's not necessarily a like judgment call on the whole game. That's just like I think the boss battle's kind of bad. I think some of the voice acting's kind of bad.
Yeah,
I still like the game overall.
Spiky. That's the name of the opening sequence. If anyone was interested, if anyone wants to download
See, look,
that
Seymour
track.
keeps doing that.
I think it's because he can hear the sound from the headphones because he does it a lot to
Oh
me
no,
when I
he
have
did it
headphones
every
on.
time I. Or maybe it is, but he kept doing it when I moved my hand. It was like he wanted pets. Wait, let's try it again. So I just took a headphone out and pointed it in his direction.
There's not much
He
going on the headphone at the moment, though, so.
He didn't react at all.
Um,
Now he's looking, but I had already moved the headphone away, so.
So there is a second game in the series.
Yes, it did say that because.
But I'm pretty sure it's shit. But we could always
Yeah.
check it out. From what I've seen of it, it's even more anime than this one.
My favourite parts weren't the anime parts.
I know.
I didn't
But it's
hate the
pretty
anime
funny.
parts or anything. Like, I'm not anti-anime,
Okay, so we
but
can save our game, you see. It gives us the option to save. That's when you know there's new stuff. And you get a little pill on your name. So if we go load, and then load this. I think we have to change discs though. Yes. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I sometimes have a frightening dream.
I don't know if it's a frightening dream, but it's relating to.
what we just did.
Yeah,
I was just
you
trying to
can
remember.
interpret that way when you play again.
I was just trying to remember if we got that the first time. We did?
Yeah,
We must follow the clinic chief's orders.
Okay then.
Okay, Lan.
Rion, Rion,
If he's a Galerian, why is he in here? There's
they're
other-
coming. They're coming to get me.
Why are you calling me?
I'm scared.
Oh, double shot.
Double shot. Got double shots, you know? It's not good.
I've never heard of such a quick dosage cycle.
Me too. I'm afraid it may have destroyed the patient's memory. I'm surprised he's even
So
still
they're working for
alive.
Dorothy, right?
Well, yeah.
So this is just
I'll
a
go
different
check the
facility
data.
in a different area?
This is the hospital.
But it's still run by Dorothy.
I think it's run by her. But, like, why would they be doing... I don't know. No, maybe they
Because
do.
they created the Galerians, right? So that would be why he'd be here.
Yeah, so when you start a new game, you start in this mode, which you don't usually, and you can run. Which is pretty cool. I don't think there's any other differences apart from that, though, from memory. I think everything else plays out the same, because I remember when I played this as a kid and, like, loaded my save game after finishing it, and then you were, like, in this mode, I was like, oh, maybe, like, we'll get a different ending or something. But it's the same ending.
Yeah.
So, but you can just be, like, more aggressive with this ability, which is pretty cool. This would be, like, I actually want to see if people speedrun this game. Because this would
Yeah.
be, like,
I feel like everything's...
the mode to speedrun in, because you can just
Speedrun.
run around like this. No! And just blow people's heads up. But yeah. That's it. How do we go back to the menu from here? I think we just have to die.
Well, the Galerians fandom wiki.
Actually, how am I gonna die? Right in the corner.
Help!
Help.
Wait, let me open a couple and then I'll check, double check.
Help! No! Oh,
What are they doing?
Oh,
They
I've
just-
got headaches.
Triple kill. Alright. Hey Stu, how you going? You came at the right time. Well, you kinda didn't because we've just finished this game up. But we're just checking out what happens if you load your save after you've finished it. You get cool brain explosion powers. Oh, we need a security card. We need the key card. I forgot the key card.
Okay, so galerians.wiki. And galerians.fandom both say he's a clone.
What?
But I thought it was going to be like a, is he a clone or isn't he, like, discussion, but they've both got it stated of, like, Rion, he's a clone of the original Rion, but like, completely, like, what Dorothy and Kane said is meant to be taken as...
Yeah. Well,
as
maybe
Rion.
it even alludes more to it in the second game. I know you play a different character in the second game.
Oh, it said something about Rion being in the second game.
I guess he's probably in it, but I'm pretty sure you play
thought it said you
some
played
other
him.
Galerian or something.
I wasn't really reading that part, because I was looking for the clone part.
Just finished watching Action Jackson. What is Action Jackson? It's a hard thing to pronounce.
This says,
Action
oh, sorry.
Jackson. What is that? It sounds like a 80s B
Says,
movie or something.
in Galerian's Ash, Rion is more determined and calm, not showing much fear, blah blah blah, basically implying he's the protagonist.
Yeah. It's weird that you play as some guy with like weird anime hair.
Might just be him. It's different here.
No, he looks totally different. He almost looks like the Kuja from Final Fantasy 9.
I don't know.
I think. That's what I'm picturing anyway.
Let's have a look.
Although I never actually played it, I think I just watched some gameplay.
Oh
It
no,
looks
that
on
guy looks
PS2.
different, but looks like it could be older than.
doctors
Yeah, that's the guy. I think I just watched a little bit because it's for PlayStation 2. Push the button.
Yeah, so it's definitely Rion. But
Really?
let's just
Doesn't
yeah.
look anything like him. That makes it even worse.
I mean, it looks like if he grew up and dyed his hair white.
Yes.
I mean, it
a
kind of
little
looks
bit.
like generic anime there.
Yeah.
On the cover, that looks kind of more like him.
Okay, we're gonna die. This guy's doesn't like the fact we died. He's crying over our body. Okay, so that is the game.
That's that.
There is also on here movie preview, which is like you can collect all the movies from the game. So if we go to this file, you have all the like little cutscenes. You can watch them all,
Yeah.
but we're missing 2.
How?
It even has like the ones when you inject, so it's like literally every little cutscene.
That'd be handy for people who make videos.
Yeah, so there's one we missed at the start, somewhere. I think some of them are from like scanning objects, so we maybe just didn't
I was
scan
gonna
some
say I would have
objects.
thought they were like mandatory, but no, that would make sense.
This
Have you ever watched
one-
McCaw 45? At the end of every stream, he plays a
Yes.
clip from it.
Oh, okay, yep.
It's an 80s action movie of Carl Weathers as a disgraced police officer. There's lots
I
of
know
explosions
that.
and stuff.
I literally only know that from a Core 45, like seeing glimpses
Oh,
of
I'm
it.
glad you knew
and
who
just
that
being
was,
like, what
'cause-
is this random, like, what is
That
it?
sounds like very much not my thing.
It's like an animated thing, right? Pretty sure.
Oh, see, I've just been talking
think-
about how I'm not mega into animated,
I
but
don't know.
also if it's disgraced police officer explosions and stuff, if that's like the description of it, probably not something I'd go watch. Also, it's called Action Jackson.
Action Jackson. You should you should
And 80s.
watch it literally just because it's called
These
that.
are all keywords that I don't go for.
Oh, what? You don't like the 80s?
Well, no,
There's some cool things from the
there's
80s.
some good horror movies, and then there's some shit horror movies. And
I was alluding to me.
what?
I was alluding to me.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm only just from the 80s, though. Just barely.
There's lots of good things from the 80s, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite genre of movie. That's not a genre, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think all eras have their good movies and bad movies.
Yeah, of course. It's more...
I like 80s movies because they're cheesy. Mostly.
That's exactly. You know, I don't...
And
I'm
90s.
not into cheesy. I mean, like, cheesy romance, like, fine, but, like...
Birdemic, although it's not from the 80s.
Going back to what I was saying about camp, like, I like some camp things, but not campy horror. And that's kind of what I think of with 80s, but obviously that doesn't apply to everything. And also, like, you know, effects, if they're done badly or whatever.
Trolls 2.
Yeah, see,
Trolls 2 is a classic.
Not my thing.
I think that's 90s, though. That's got some epic special effects.
Like, when are the movies I'm thinking of made?
Fun fact, Trolls 2 is not even remotely related to the movie Trolls. It's just called Trolls 2 for some reason. I think to try and sell more copies.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Good movie.
Oh no, that's
Good
70s, okay. I think this is 70s as well.
How
isn't
was
it?
this game?
79.
It's pretty good. I mean, I've played this game. I played it when I was younger. I had it's for PlayStation 1, and I had it as a kid. And I quite liked it.
Okay.
And I still do quite like it. It's aged a bit. It's got tank controls. Combat's not amazing. But, like, the overall concept is pretty cool. And the overall the storyline is, like, it has issues with the storyline, and the acting's pretty bad.
Right at the end, it has cool design that I really like, which I wish was all the
definitely
way
has
through.
some cool design. I think there's some pretty cool design throughout. I think that's probably the coolest out of all of it.
But that's
cool
the thing
bits.
I liked about it, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be everywhere. So
Yeah.
the 3 movies I just looked up were all 70s, which I had a feeling they were. But, for example, Alien and Exorcist, both made in the 70s, are amazing, hold up, still can be watched today, have good acting, have a good story, blah, blah, blah. And then there's other movies, like Suspiria, which I get is a classic and everyone's meant to like it, but I think it's shit, and that's also made in the 70s. And I kind of think the same thing about the 80s, is that sometimes you get these good ones, and then you get ones where you're like, why are they acting like this? This makes no sense. I think Alien was like 79.
Yeah, 80s is a lot.
Obviously, the later movies
earlier
were
than you
80s
think.
and beyond. But
Yeah, 70. I think it's even older than 79. I think it's 70.
one of the movies I just looked up was 79.
6, even, possibly. It's a lot earlier than you actually think
it's
for
79.
like. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit earlier. But it is a lot like.
Exorcist, I think it just said was 74.
A lot. A lot earlier than you'd think for like how popular it is and the special effects. There's not a lot of
73,
special effects in it.
fucking
I think that's how they get away with it.
Well, it's practical effects.
It's practical, yeah. And it doesn't really date.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Okay, so going back to Suspiria, even though it's like a classic and meant to be great and lots of people love it, the acting is terrible. That alone, I'm like, it doesn't matter how good your technology is, doesn't matter if you're using practical effects or not. The acting, like, it's not like we had bad acting and then now it's better acting with technology. You know, like, it was either good or bad. Like, and the acting is bad. And I feel sorry for the actors in it, because from my understanding, they were acting in their own languages which weren't the same as each other. And so they basically had to learn their own lines. But obviously, if you're going to act naturally, you are listening and responding. And they weren't able to do that. And then it's like dubbed over.
True, yeah.
That's fucked up. So I do feel sorry for the actors. But in saying that, the blind guy in particular, like, has nothing to do with his lines. It's his body movement that is completely ridiculous. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's like, Suspiria is a classic and it's amazing, and it's basically just because of the colours. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, the building's cool, but that doesn't make me like the movie. I am really curious about that remake, because I know lots of people hated the idea that it was getting remade because people don't like remakes. I'm fine with remakes. And also hated that I think it's apparently not as colourful and blah, blah, blah. But I was thinking, oh, maybe using this concept and making it creepy and not shit, that could be really exciting. So I really hate Suspiria. I think it's terrible.
I think there seems to be some movies that it's like, I guess remakes make sense, but there's some where it's like movies that don't have any practical effects, so it's like, and the movie is really good on its own and like hasn't dated, and it's like, why would you even bother remaking this movie? Like
I don't like if they just remake it for the sake of remaking it, but I don't mind if people remake a good movie because one, it's a whole new audience who then might even go watch the original, but also if they're doing something different with it. For example, The Witches. The new one looks fucking terrible, and I've heard it's fucking terrible. But let's imagine for a second that it's not terrible. I actually don't have a problem with them remaking it, because I'm like, guess what? I can still go watch the original. It's still there. It's still amazing. Cool. Yeah. And then, a new one where they've got different kinds of characters and have taken it's not just remaking the same thing. It's doing a different version of it. And I'm like, cool, that can be kind of fun. Except that it looks terrible. So whatever.
Sunset Boulevard, man. I don't know if I
haven't
don't know that movie. I think I've heard of it, but I don't really know anything about it.
Some people feel like the remake or sequel ruins the enjoyment of the former. That's the thing.
Welcome
back.
It
shouldn't though. Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say, is that's exactly how people act. They act like once you make a remake that the first one is obliterated. Yeah. And I'm like, guess what? All the movies that we liked as kids, like if you're in your 30s or like late 20s, like we are, if you, like, we would have watched movies that were remakes of things made in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s. Like we would have seen things that were remakes. For example, I watched The Secret Garden with Maggie Smith is in it. But that's a remake of an earlier Secret Garden movie. Like, that was in black and white. And I had, again, that's another one where they recently remade it, and I was like, cool, that makes a lot of sense. Kids these days aren't going to have seen the Maggie Smith one. I hope they go back and watch it because it looks really cool. And unfortunately, again, the new Secret Garden looks shit. Haven't seen it, but it looks shit. I sound like I'm contradicting myself because I'm saying these things look shit. I'm generally positive about remakes, but a few of these recent remakes look a bit shit. But
yeah, I'm not super. I don't know.
101 Dalmatians, that remake, the trailer for that, I think that looks cool.
I do agree that like the original does still exist, so you don't have to see the remake or play the remake.
Yeah.
But I'm still not that keen on remakes because a
a
majority of them are like just not good.
Martyrs, the horror movie that's like, I'm gonna say Swedish, but I can't remember if that's actually it. The original was pretty cool. The one I watched had kind of bad English dubbing over it, but whatever. And then they did an English-speaking remake of it that is pretty much shot for shot the exact same movie. Fuck that. Fuck that kind of remake.
Oh, and hello, Game Terrorist as well. Sorry. Forgot to say hi to you there. Top of the morning to you too. Although it's
The Thing.
Very late here.
Haven't actually watched any versions of The Thing, but hasn't that been remade a couple times?
We did watch.
No,
I
you
swear we watched.
No, we didn't.
One of them together
because you said we watched it, and then I looked up the plot, and I was like, I've never seen this in my entire life.
I swear we watched.
We haven't watched it.
I've seen one version, but I can't remember if it's the new one or the old one.
I've not seen any versions.
Well, we have to watch it.
I mentioned Hammer Horror earlier. Hammer Horror movie, because I've literally got this in the spreadsheet so that I can eventually go through and watch them all. There's like Dracula's that then the two original creators split off and do their own remakes that they just made the film like within 5 years before. You know, like this thing happens. It is one I think
I quite liked it.
I liked it too.
I haven't seen the second one yet though.
Yes, which so
but I've
original
seen the trailer
It,
for it and it looked pretty good.
Yeah, so the original It was cool, and the new It I liked. I didn't think it was as good, but I still thought it was good. I still liked it. If I hadn't seen the original, I would have thought it was great. But I have seen the original, so I thought it wasn't quite as good. But the trailer for that second one, we don't know because we haven't seen it yet. But holy shit, that old lady. I thought that was fucking creepy, but like, the subtle creepy, which is really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. The new Dune does look reasonably good from what I've seen. I've just watched the trailer.
I like the David Lynch Dune. That's the only Dune I've seen. But there's been like a million tries of Dune. I actually posted concept art for a Dune by someone else on my art page recently. But yeah, I think the new Dune, that's one where, again, they had not the best effects in the 80s or whenever they did it. So it kind of makes sense to redo it. And also it's a massive story, so like makes sense that they might not do things. The Thing is a remake of a 50s movie, but there's also a prequel that they also called The Thing because they're bad in... Oh, I read that because this is also on my spreadsheet for us to watch at some point.
I think I've seen not the latest version. I think it's the one that they did in like, the 80s or 90s. I'm pretty sure the one I've seen of The Thing.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Pretty sure.
I definitely haven't seen any. Newer It is closer to the books. I have heard that. But obviously the newer It is set in a different decade.
Yeah, so
it must be closer in other ways,
be more
but not
relative to this decade.
Yeah.
This generation, I guess.
Original
from outer
movie of
space.
It, Game Terrorist, I'm guessing. Original movie of It will always be in my memory because the movie we had on DVD, and I think it was possibly 3 discs, but it might have just been 2 discs, and we watched it as a family, and we watched the first disc, and then the very next day we went out, like we were about to get in the car to go somewhere, and a balloon went past our house, and we're like, oh my god, we just watched it and a balloon went past our house, how weird is that, funny coincidence, ha ha ha. Then the next night we watched the second disc, and we went to the next day we went to a mall that's like near us, and a freaking balloon went past us at the mall, so like, and this is a different, like, not a different town, but like not close to our house. So the fact that there was a balloon both times is really weird. So that always sticks in my head.
Don't want to get too close. Yeah, I haven't read the books, but I have heard there's some like problematic kind of.
Oh yeah. I'm not interested in that part
really
in the
have
book
any
at all.
Necessity in the story.
Yeah, I keep thinking I've read it, but I think it's just that I've got it like vividly in my head. I haven't read it because I haven't read that scene that everyone alludes to.
Yeah.
For sure, I haven't read that.
To say there were clowns, yeah, that'd be funny. I remember when we watched The Ring for the first time, and they have like the bit in the movie where it shows the like videotape, and it was like just after that bit played, our like phone rang. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't remember. It obviously wasn't that, but yeah, it was pretty creepy timing.
King can be great, but his endings can get bad or just weird. Yeah, like, I think he's super up and down, where it's like he either writes something amazing, and then he has like a million like really cheesy, not very good things. He did a lot of coke. I was skipping all sewer entries for some time after watching IT the first time. See, we don't have bits you could get down like that, really, except kind of on our street there's a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, you would, like, you can fall in them, but they don't go into like a full on.
What the fuck ones could you fall in?
There's those big ones that were like this wide and like that.
So exactly what they have in the movie.
Yeah, but they don't go into like a massive sewer system. They're just like a stormwater drain. So they don't really go anywhere.
They're not that... I don't think they're as big as you just showed me. Yeah,
they're like this big. Or maybe they don't make them like that anymore. But when I was a kid, I remember them being that big.
Kid with your little yellow
raincoat. And they
raincoat.
had the grates. They were like great. They had like the grating.
My the head of learning at my work was wearing a yellow jacket and was talking about, everyone was saying it reminded them of Paddington Bear. And I was like, oh, yellow jackets remind me of it. And they're like, what? And I was like, oh, because, you know, the little kid who dies at the beginning wears a yellow jacket. The head of learning doesn't get me.
I think maybe, now that I think of it, I'm trying to remember if I've seen one recently. Of
what,
that
yellow
size.
jacket?
No, the grates of that size. They were like rectangular. But I do know that the rectangular design of those kind of grates, they phased out because
of children
and they
falling in.
they changed them for the round ones because the round ones the lids can't fall in because of the shape of the circle. It can't like fall in. Whereas the rectangle ones, if you put them on an angle, you can drop them in,
Right.
and then they get left open. So that
Okay.
was,
Well,
like, a
I
change,
feel like
so
I haven't seen what you're talking about, but
I'm gonna find your photo.
Okay.
That's my plan.
The ending of Carrie I liked when I read it, which has not been shown in any of the movie. Well, I only know of 2 movies, but neither of them have the same ending. But I also think the ending.
See, Game Terrace knows what I'm talking about.
I understand the circle versus rectangle part of it. I mean, I've never seen ones that are as big as you're making out with your hand gestures that this chat can't see in New Zealand. What was I saying? Yeah, Carrie. I mean, I read it once and it was years ago, so there's total chance that I would read it again and change my mind. But based on what I remember, the ending was really impactful and stayed in my mind. And you're talking about those?
They were like this, but
that's not what I was talking about. But okay, yeah, those are still around.
Yeah. See, these ones a kid could fall into one of those.
A kid could totally fall in one of those if there wasn't a cover on it.
Yeah,
what I was talking about is the
gap
the ones
the
in
sidewalk.
it where it's just like gap and it's open, like these ones but bigger. Yeah, so totally different thing.
I don't know if we have this.
We've
style
got
in New
little
Zealand.
ones like that on our street.
Yeah.
But
Smaller
not the
ones.
big ones that they have in it. But yeah, the ending in Carrie I feel like is impactful to read, but wouldn't work on film necessarily.
Sure, that lives in us. Yes, very true.
You liked
Welcome
Salem's
back.
Lot. So I've
No,
read
it's Toledo.
Salem's Lot and
It's
remember
exactly what we were
being
discussing.
very underwhelmed, to be honest. I wasn't that into it. And the movie of Salem's Lot, the movie that has, what's his face from Parks and Rec? Chris Traeger.
Oh, yeah.
The really positive guy. He's in the horror movie Salem's Lot. I mean, he's in lots of things, but I just thought that was funny. The Stand is pretty good. I've heard of that one, but I don't know. Of course, Dark Tower.
Dark Tower, yeah. I haven't read Dark
Again,
Tower,
I've heard
but I've
of those,
good
but
things.
and I've heard good things, but I haven't read those. We have those everywhere, but they're generally not big enough for someone to fit through. Well, I guess that's kind of like here as well, then.
Yeah.
Just in
A
the
kid could fit through
movie,
them.
it's very, feels like a thing I would be worried about children falling in, whereas here, or at least in real life, as far as I know, I wouldn't be that worried. Like, if
People do
Delphine was
fall in
walking
them.
with me, I would pay attention to her, but it wouldn't necessarily cross my mind of she's going to fall in.
I think some guy drowned in one a while ago. Like an adult drowned in one of them a while ago.
How would an adult fit?
Because it was kind of a freak accident in a way because they were walking over it and they dropped their car keys down there.
Yeah.
And so they
I think I've heard this, actually.
opened it and went down head first trying to reach them. And then I think they fell in and then they drowned, which is pretty horrible. But
Okay, but they fit in because they took the cover off.
yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like they just were walking and then fell in. They kind of purposely got in there and then couldn't get out. So not nice.
That's
either
why
way.
I've heard of The Stand, because everyone started talking about it during the pandemic. Okay, I couldn't figure out what The Stand was. I still don't really know, because I haven't read it, but storm drains were designed to swallow small children.
In those kind of movies they are.
Yeah.
And
They
anyway, I
all
was going
float
to
down
play
here.
this. This is the opening
Oh, yeah.
for the sequel. Whoa. Okay. Is that really loud? Yes.
So that's Rion.
He's gone more anime.
Oh, look, so are they showing him grow up? Yeah, they showed him young to make it clear that he's
He
grown
looks
up.
weird.
I mean, when you were 12, you don't look the same as you look now. You're not wearing a baggy Will Smith t-shirt or whatever.
I don't have a Will Smith t-shirt.
I don't know.
I had a Will Smith poster.
Yeah, I know, but what was the baggy t-shirt where you
I
looked
think
like
it was like an
T-Rex?
Adidas one, which I don't have anymore. I don't.
Exactly.
So yeah.
You grew up into emo
There you
Rion.
go. Yeah. That's totally my hair.
Oh wait, maybe that wasn't Rion because it just showed him he looked older but still looked like Rion.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Ash because that's the name of the game.
Oh, okay,
sure.
so Rion still looks the same.
Yeah, but I feel like you don't play as Rion. I don't know. I never played it.
Descriptions all said that.
Spider. It was very intense music.
Love
Yes, it's Ash.
it. Okay, fair enough. That's annoying because I literally googled like Rion in Galerian's Ash and it showed Ash. Well, Ash must be your nemesis then.
I guess so. No fear.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was hoping there'd be like a trailer for this game, but there's not. There's just the opening
Isn't
movie.
this... Oh man.
It's just the
I thought
opening
there was
movie.
a trailer.
No, there's no trailer. There's a Galerian's original soundtrack though.
I was just looking at that. Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, it does have some kind of cool music and
Yeah. Probably get DMCA for this.
yeah.
Probably not.
We don't have to listen to it. We just played the whole game. Just go watch the playthrough and listen to the background
Yeah, do that.
with us talking over it.
That's a good idea. Yeah. So I don't know what we're playing after this. So if people want to vote for something, you can check out our games list and have a look. We could always check out the sequel to this game. I don't know if
I
we'd
don't
actually
think we'll
play
do that
through it,
next,
but-
though.
No, we probably won't do it next.
No, because we don't usually do that.
I
We
feel like
break
it'll be
it up
terrible.
with different things.
I
Yeah,
think,
they looked more action-y than horror-y.
I think,
usually.
yeah, from memory, it's like super action-y.
Yeah. I'm not
So-
super keen.
But yeah, we'll figure something out.
Possibly that one you suggested
Which
today.
one? Oh, the PT one.
Mm.
Yeah, we could maybe do that next, and then if people have some suggestions, you can chuck them out there, and we'll figure something out. But yeah, I should.
Don't be offended if I veto it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
physical training. Oh yeah, yes, physical training, exactly. No, it's like a it is a PC version of the Silent Hills PT
But a
teaser.
unauthorized.
It's unofficial.
That's the word I was
It's
going for.
unauthorized.
Unauthorized.
I don't know if
copy.
like my stream will get taken down for playing it. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Like, I got it. I think someone on the stream recommended it to me like
Yes,
ages ago,
Yeah, I think you're right.
and I downloaded it like a year ago, and I haven't actually checked it out yet. So I should probably do that. But I have like booted it up a little bit, and it looks pretty faithful. So yeah, we could maybe check that out next time, and then figure out something else. But no worries.
I mean, if
No worries,
Konami wants to
everybody.
not
Thanks
lose
for
out on
hanging
money,
out.
they could just make the game available and people would fucking buy it.
I know, it's so stupid. Like, they could just put the
Though
demo
I also
back
kind
on
of
the
love that it's not available.
They
but
could
anyway.
put the demo back on the store for like $5 or something, and like everyone would buy it.
They could put it on for freaking $50. and
Yeah,
people would buy
exactly.
it.
But they just like decide to not have it anywhere. Like, just remove the Silent Hills.
But
bit
I
from the
also
end.
think like PT has become. Well, I thought it was an amazing game anyway, but it's also become an amazing game because that was it, and it ended, and
Yeah.
it didn't. It wasn't like an actual teaser for something bigger.
Yeah.
That's like it's now its own game in itself, which it was originally, I guess, as well. Like but now it especially is.
No worries, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I should probably be back on tomorrow night with some more GTA Vice City randomizer. We've probably got a little ways to go in that one because it's a lot harder when everything's random, as we've found out.
Makes sense.
Was that?
Makes sense.
Yes. Wondering the graphic around year 2000 was. You mean like the game graphics? Yeah, I think that it's pretty. It's like more dated than you remember when you go back to a lot
Well,
of games.
also like in my head the other day, I was thinking about something in the 80s. I was like, oh yeah, it's like 20 years ago. I'm like,
Nope.
it's 2020, so clearly it wasn't
Almost
20
40.
years ago. Like
It
year
is 40.
2000 was 20 years ago. So you forget when you say like, oh yeah, early 2000s. 20 fucking years ago, guys.
Yeah, anything after
Folks.
like 2000, anything after 2000 in my brain seems like recent, but it's not. It's like 20 years ago. That's what happens when you get old. 3D
Yeah.
does, yeah. See, I definitely agree. The 2D pixel art just doesn't date, and it looks really good, whereas the 3D, not so much. But that's kind of the thing with 3D, I guess, is like, especially in the early days, there wasn't a lot you could do with it. So, but yeah, I definitely agree.
Kind of like going back to what I was saying about movies, though, is that like Silent Hill, you can kind of have not the best graphics and have a good story, and it works. Silent Hill 2 might not be as good graphics as now, and some people think the voice acting is bad. I actually quite like the voice acting, but it has a good story, so it can still kind of stand up.
Original
to
voice
a
acting
point.
is good.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original, yeah.
Yeah, the original Silent Hill though, like the graphics of that game, because they're bad, make it seem more like creepy. So that one's interesting because
But
to
it's
me that
also
doesn't
about
actually
using
age.
what you have to like,
Yeah,
like
the limitations
using it well.
of the system
Yeah, like
with the fog. Yeah, that's very true. It's quite hard to do that, especially like back then when people were still figuring stuff out for 3D games.
communal midlife crisis.
Yeah,
I turned 30 this year, so
for real this time.
for real this time. I thought I turned 30 last year. I didn't. So yeah, like we can all do this together.
Yep. Have a crisis together. Good times.
I want to arrange a party, but I can't arrange a party because I'm trying to find a house, which is a fucking nightmare, and I don't know if I'm going to be living here or somewhere else. Ah!
Yeah, it's
Stressful.
hard to say. Very hard to say. You can still arrange it. Like, we'll just move it to a house if we're in a house at that point.
Well,
Like, it doesn't matter where it is. You can
It
still
sort
kind
of
of
does.
flesh it out. And
Well, no, if
do
we,
it.
because we obviously we don't know when we're going to find a house. I don't want to like plan something, get really excited about it, and then find out, oh, we have to make the settlement date around that time because we don't want to have a party at a new house with boxes everywhere.
Why not?
And
It'd
whatnot.
be fun. You could make this the theme to do with boxes.
You're going to
somehow.
make my birthday an unpacking party. This is how
Yeah,
romantic
unpackaging.
Jacob is.
Unboxing party. Unboxing theme.
Can everyone just like
Watch
tell
unboxing
Jacob how to
videos
be
and stuff.
romantic? Because
You could
He
be
does-
romantic with boxes.
he straight up doesn't know how to be romantic.
We could do a candlelight dinner on the boxes. Make a little table. Some cardboard box
That's
chairs.
okay. That's kind of cute. I feel like
Yeah,
you're
see?
stealing this directly from
From what?
Dream Machine.
Dream? Oh yeah. I didn't even think of that. Make a box party. Yeah, exactly. See? It's a good
I kind
idea.
of wanted to do something a bit more special because I don't usually celebrate my birthday. I celebrated my birthday last year because I planned it thinking it was my 30th and then it wasn't.
Cardboard themed costume party. That's good too. Everyone can come as like cardboard robots. Then we can all do the robot.
I mean, that's quite cute, but I'm more of a Halloween style theme. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yes,
You
there's
guys
so
are
many
nice, but
suggestions.
no.
Yes. There's so much you can
Sorry,
do
you
with
folks
boxes.
are nice.
That's what we're learning.
I so got out of the habit of using guys, like saying guys, and then my new workplace, everyone says it, and I'm really accidentally the habits creeped back in. It's so annoying. Yeah, so Halloween was meant to be more for like the party, and then romance was, I guess, a separate thing in regards to Jacob. My point was more, maybe someone should try and make it special other than just me.
What? It will be special. Be special
Are
regardless.
you going to do something to make it special?
Your birthday party?
Yeah. Well, my birthday, full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
can't
that's,
tell you,
that's
though.
the first time he would have thought about it.
No, you don't know that. You don't know. You don't know.
I surprised Jacob with pancakes the other day.
You did actually.
Brunch in bed.
Maybe I'll surprise you with pancakes.
Yeah.
On a cardboard
Do you know, we've been
box.
going out 7 years. You've never made me breakfast in bed, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't think you have.
I've made you breakfast in general. I made
Yeah.
you handmade hash browns.
We have both cooked for each other, yes.
Scrambled eggs.
I haven't made anything as fancy as hash browns.
Spoil it. Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
I mean, a week before my birthday, might think of something. Girls like it a little bit more magic when it comes to romantic dinners. I mean, I like going out to dinner and stuff. It's just occasionally you're kind of like, let's be special. Make me feel special. Do something different.
The thing with breakfast in bed is an accident waiting to happen. The thing with breakfast in bed is I sleep a lot
Which
longer
is
than
why
you,
I
so
surprised you.
can't.
That's why I surprised you with brunch in bed.
And then also I don't eat breakfast, so
You do eat when you get up though.
I eat when I get up, but I don't eat before like 2.
And I made you brunch when you woke up.
Yes.
I thought about it. I planned it for a week.
Maybe I can make you lunch in bed, seeing you always nap.
I will be awake.
You nap in the afternoon though, so I'll just
Oh.
make you lunch for when you wake up from a nap.
I nap after
works
lunch.
better.
That doesn't work.
Sometimes you nap at lunchtime.
I usually nap around like 2 or something if I need a nap. Anyway.
Yes. We'll finish up. You've got energy, and we don't have anything to play.
No,
What
I
is
want to
going
go to
on?
bed.
Oh, okay.
I've got to get up early tomorrow.
That's true.
And then I've got to babysit a baby.
Babysit a baby.
With
I've
my
gotta
mum. It's not that
work.
hard.
But yeah, thank you for hanging out, and yeah, we'll be back next Thursday, probably with that PT remakey thing, and I should be back tomorrow with some Vice City, so we'll hopefully see you then. But thanks.
We didn't make a mess with pancakes. We were sharing a plate and had 3 different flavour of pancakes on there. Just want to point that out.
We did,
Some
yep.
people are good at not making a mess of
You
food.
got to choose like bed practical foods. Like, don't make a cup of orange juice or something. It could go everywhere. Pancakes are safe because they're not really that messy, especially with a plate.
Mm.
But yeah,
Anyway.
happy birthday. We've got a little ways to go yet.
My birthday's in August. We got time.
Yep, mine's not far off though. But I'm not doing anything for mine because I'm boring. But
we
yeah,
we'll probably do something with family.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you when we see you.
Yes. Bye.
Goodbye.